Hi everyone, I'm Elias and I'll be walking you through GreenCompute. We can start by going to the compute page and entering information on our data center. So in this case, we can say that we have a data center with 96 servers. We can say that each server has 2 CPUs. It has 128 gigabytes of memory, and each of the CPUs that I mentioned before has 8 cores. On the right-hand side, we have a couple more inputs. So does our system use water side or air side economization? We can say water side. We can say that our data center is located in Texas, since that's where I am. And we can say that the type of chiller system is air-cooled chiller. We can then click on compute carbon footprint estimates, and we see that the estimated annual carbon footprint of our data center is 101,000 kilograms of CO2. We can see where we land from a small data center to a hyperscale data center. And we can see that we also get the predicted embodied carbon, the predicted annual total energy, and the predicted power unit efficiency. And then on the right-hand side, we can see the equivalent carbon emissions to make things a little bit more tangible. So the amount of carbon emissions for a data center is equivalent to driving a typical car for 250,000 miles, powering an average household for about 5,600 days, or sequestering carbon equivalent to 4,600 trees. Lastly, we can save our results in case we want to compare them in the future or look at them later for whatever it may be. So here you go. Here are our inputs, and then here are the outputs that I demonstrated. Now we can move on to the chat feature where we can ask a question and get a response back on expert recommendations from the master list of energy efficiency recommendations. So I can put a question here that I had preloaded, which is how do high efficiency cooling units compare with traditional systems in terms of energy savings for server rooms? And let's see what we get back. So here we go. According to a report, energy savings of up to 50%, which can be achieved by implementing high energy efficient cooling units. And then here are some of the references that our chatbot uses in order to come up with this answer. So with that, we can also look at the references themselves and look at the small server rooms here. I can look at PDF, and that is GreenCompute.